Dozens of young men and women are murdered every year by their own families in the name of honor. More often than not, the families are egged on by Khap Panchayats, informal bodies of people belonging to the same Gotra which act as parallel courts. Khap Panchayats believe people belonging to the same Gotra are brothers and sisters. One such case is that of Manoj and Babli. They eloped and married in 2007, but later their marriage was dissolved by the Khap Panchayat as they belonged to the same Gotra, though they were not directly related. Despite being given police protection, Manoj and Babli were kidnapped and murdered. Their mutilated bodies were found a week later. But in a landmark judgment in March this year, a Karnal Sessions Court ordered capital punishment for 5 members of Babli's family who were involved in their murder. This was enough to create a furor among the members of Khaps who are now demanding that the amendment be made in the Hindu Marriage Law Act to ban same Gotra marriages. Till date, there is no specific law that exists in India to deal with the problem of honor killings. They are just treated as any other homicide case.
Hello and welcome to the special edition of The Big Fight. A number of people have been saying that just a few kilometers outside the national capital, Delhi, there's a large section, areas of Haryana, where some people charge that the Indian version of the Taliban thrive, which has, these are the Khap Panchayats who have their own certain laws, norms and customs and are said to be behind a large number of honor killings or so-called honor killings in that particular area. Others say that this is a wrong characterization and all of the Khap Panchayats are actually doing is upholding traditional culture and traditional values. What is the truth? That is what we're going to try and establish today in this episode of The Big Fight. We are being joined by a large number of people, both on the panel and in this audience, from both sides of that debate to try and help us figure out what the truth of the matter is. I'm going to first start off by welcoming all the people whom we have with us on the panel. I'm going to start with Ranjana Kumari, Director for Social Research. Ranjana, you're an old friend of ours here at The Big Fight. Thank you so much for joining us. Standing next to her, Dr. Om Prakash Dhankar, who is the President of the Sarv Khap Panchayat and is, in a sense, he has an umbrella body of Khap Panchayats whom he represents. Ravi Kant, Supreme Court Advocate, is doing research on honor killings for the NCW. He's also looking after the NGO Shakti Vahini. Great to have you with us. Kirti Singh, Advocate of the Supreme Court, legal convener of the IDWA, who actually has been fighting a couple of these cases for a long time. Rajendra Singh Maan is a farmer and who is wanting to talk about the fact that what the Khap Panchayats are essentially doing is upholding traditional values of that entire region, the Jat values which are there. We have a number of other special guests who are going to be with us, including Seema, who is the sister of Manoj, the person who was killed in that by now infamous Manoj and Babli case. She went against the Khaps and went to the Karnal High Court. She is joining us. We have with us here in the audience Mr. Rajbir Singh Mundet, who is the Vice President of the Sarv Samiti of Uttar Pradesh. We have Mr. Jakmal Singh Jatain here, who was the lawyer for the Khaps in the Manoj Babli case. I'd like to also welcome onto the program Rajbir Ram Chandar, whose son and his wife, their son was actually killed in one of these cases just a long while back. Rishi Kant is here with us. There are lots and lots of people here whom we are going to be turning to during this entire course of the program. But let's just start very quickly by getting a view on what actually has been happening. Ranjana, can you just outline for us what has been happening in this particular part of Haryana? In the name of honor, killings are being done and people are being murdered.
Vikram, most of these panchayats are, especially the Khap Panchayats, are undemocratic bodies who have all these well-off farmers of certain region, which is only in somehow concentration is in Haryana and Western UP. They form a kind of parallel panchayat, which is not an elected panchayat, and also they are in some sense have taken upon themselves delivering judgments on certain kinds of so-called tradition, which is against women, men, young people in that area, and they started challenging the court decision. In that sense, they've even intimidated, and they don't believe in any rule of law.
They don't believe in the rule of law, they're intimidating the courts. Dr. Dhankar.
पहली बात तो ये है कि इनको यही नहीं पता खाप पंचायत होती क्या है। दूसरी बात, ऑनर किलिंग वाली, आज तक कभी किसी खाप पंचायत ने किसी को कत्ल करने का आदेश नहीं दिया है। अगर कोई किसी का कहता है तो सिंगल केस मेरे सामने लाइएगा, मैं बताऊंगा खाप पंचायत ने दिया या नहीं। ये सब झूठ बोल रहे हैं, सिर्फ एक मीडिया को और खाप पंचायतों को बर्बाद करने के लिए, तोड़ने के लिए, नष्ट करने के लिए। ये हमारी 643 ईस्वी से खाप पंचायत बनी है, महाराजा हर्षवर्धन के टाइम से, आज से नहीं है।
अच्छा, आप कह रहे हैं कि एक भी केस नहीं, एक मिनट रंजन, आप कह रहे हैं एक भी केस सामने आना चाहिए। मैं एक नहीं 8 केस आपके सामने रख सकता हूँ। मनोज बबली केस है, वेदपाल केस है, उसको मारा गया।
सुन तो लो, सुनते को नहीं।
रविंद्र शिल्पा केस है, पवन कविता केस है, राजवीर रामचंद्र जी का केस। आप खुद अपना केस क्यों नहीं बताते हैं? आप बताइए। कह रहे हैं कि ऐसा कोई केस कभी नहीं हुआ।
मेरा केस ऐसा खराब, खाप पंचायत की बातें बताता हूँ। गाँव में
नहीं, खाप की बता, खापों को बदनाम
आप इनको बोले दीजिए।
खापों को बदनाम की बातें बताऊंगा। खाप वजन तोलती है पहले, ये बुजदल है, ये दब जाएगा, इसका परिवार छोटा है, इसके पास पैसा नहीं है। ऐसे पंचायतें बनी हुई है, कमजोर आदमी को दबाती है पंचायत। ये फिर कोर्ट, ये जज, ये क्यों बनाए गए? प्रशासन ने क्यों पुलिस को पहरे पर दे दिया, क्यों सिक्योरिटी दे दी, क्यों बनाई ये फौज भी? ये पंचायत पे क्यों नहीं छोड़ दी?
यो क्या कर दिया?
ये बताओ, तेरी पंचायत ने करा क्या है, किधर से क्या कर दिया?
मनोज बबली कांड में क्या कर दिया?
अच्छा, एक
बहुत बड़ी आंकड़ा,
ये सब में कौन है?
बहुत बड़ी आंकड़ा।
जो केस में कौन है? ये बाल काटे बैठे सर, इन फांसी की सजा सुना।
आपने प्यार किया कि नहीं किया, ये बता तू। कौन किससे नहीं करता?
अच्छा,
राजवीर
सिंह जी,
आप तय कर दी गई।
राजवीर सिंह जी, मैं आपसे आपके साथ, आपके बेटे के साथ जो हुआ, आप क्या बताना चाहेंगे? क्या हुआ आपके बेटे?
बिल्कुल मेरे बेटे के साथ अन्याय हुआ। मैं दिन में मेरा भंडारा लगा और रात को जागरण था। ये स्कीम पहले उन लोगों ने गूंदी गई और जोड़ मंडा से बांध की नुगान में पंचायती हूँ। वो कबर ला के बैठ गया, लड़की से फोन कराया, लड़का घर बुला लिया उसने, सुन ले। और 14 आदमी थे, वो 14 आदमी लड़के को पकड़ा जी। पहले दोयान पकड़ा इधर से, फिर उसके नड़े पकड़े गए, फिर उसके पैर तोड़ दिया गया। और तेरे के साथ जो पड़ोसी का जो पंचायती
वही खाप कौन है? तू खापा ने क्यों बदनाम कर रहे हैं?
खाप की भी बताओ, खाप भी सुनिए, मतलब
झूठ बोलना है रखम खाने
ना, झूठ नहीं
बोलना। क्यों नहीं देता बात को?
प्रोग्राम है तब इनको बात करने दीजिए, बात करने दीजिए।
ग्रुप के ऊपर बात ले जाओ।
आप झूठ सही है, झूठ है सही है, पता चल जाएगा, इनको बोलने दीजिए।
तो जी उस लड़के को इतना बेरहमी से मारा गया और पूरा गांव ये कहता है भाई दोषी को सजा मिलनी चाहिए, उनको वो सजा दुआ जो उन्होंने किया है। और लेकिन पंचायत क्या कहती है? नहीं भाई आगे बस जाओ, नाश हो जाएगा। मेरा तो
देखो, जिसने लड़का मारा से हम चाहते हैं उनको सजा मिले।
तो मनोज बबली केस में क्यों कह रहे सजा नहीं मिलती?
नजाज किसको सजा?
मनोज बबली केस में क्यों कह रहे सजा नहीं मिलती?
किलिंग के मामले में खिलाफ है। मैं किसी का ऑनर किलिंग हो, नहीं चाहती किसी का ऑनर किलिंग किया करे।
Can I just turn to you, Kirti, now? Is this a case where the Khap Panchayat, this case, the other cases, I mean, I have more cases than I ever want to mention. Yes. There are cases where people have been picked up, they've been beaten to death, they've been butchered.
Let me, for example, tell you what happened in the Manoj Babli case. It wasn't, I mean, the whole case has now been outlined in various places. We fought it in the